Come on in to Sister's Tarot. Gather round, everyone. I have here my trusty magic 8-ball. Let's take a look inside, see what it has to show us today. This is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave out the rest. If you don't resonate with the reading, feel free to check out my other videos. You may have some messages there. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you know each time I upload a new video. And like, share, and subscribe. Now without further ado, let's start the reading. I call upon you, Heavenly Father, asking that you bring down the message or messages meant for the collective, and to protect me as I give them their message or messages, and to protect them as they receive it. Please and thank you. I ask this in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm going to do what is being manifested, spread, and reading. And I just realized, okay, I'm not taking the hold up. My hands got too much lotion still on it. Hold up. Try to get this off of there. Okay, try this again. That's too many. Before I flip that over, scoot this over. Make sure this is good in the camera. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have 3 of Swords. As you see for cards anyway, it resembles a person. These 2 represent the heart of what's being manifested. This is the head of what's being manifested. This is what God or the universe is bringing or manifesting. This is what you're manifesting, and this is what's to come next. Okay, we have the heart of what's being manifested, the 9 of Swords, and the Chariot. You're manifesting a way of being victoriously working your way out of this Nine of Swords energy, where it has you feeling depleted or overworked or drained, is what I'm picking up. And also to where you have been feeling unmotivated even. But you are manifesting your triumph of pushing through it triumphantly with this Chariot. So that's what's being manifested in that sense. Now the head of what's being manifested, we have the Fool in reverse. You're having trouble getting off the ground and starting this new beginning because your manifestation within your mind is not able to take off. And I'm picking up is due to the energy left from you being in this Nine of Swords energy. So over here we have what God or the universe is bringing or manifesting is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. God is bringing a way for you to manifest, a way of stop holding yourself back. And stop holding on to things that no longer serve you. Because that is keeping you from being able to move forward. And another reason why you felt this Nine of Swords energy and feeling like this new beginning not coming in is due to you holding back from doing something. Therefore, you're doing yourself an injustice, especially with this, what you're manifesting is the Justice in reverse. So you're trying to figure out how to manifest your way out of this injustice. But this injustice that's happening within your surrounding is due to you being in this Nine of Swords energy and holding back and reframing. So you're keeping yourself from moving forward due to some blockages. And with this, what's to come next, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. You're feeling disconnected from yourself in some sort of way. This is what's going to come into your realization so that way you can upright it and reconnect with yourself on a spiritual level. So you're not doing yourself an injustice by keep holding on to things that no longer serve you. So I'm picking up, especially with this Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it doesn't have to be love necessarily that's keeping you in this Three of Swords energy. Just a type of heartbreak. Things that hurt you, you're still holding on to that pain. That's what I'm picking up. And God and the universe is bringing you a way to manifest out of that, so that way you can free yourself, not holding yourself back from your new opportunities and from your new beginnings that you're meant to have, and helping you transfer those pains in a more positive way. And I'm picking up, if you're resonating with this reading, you may want to check out Friday's video, I believe it was. So you might resonate with that. Now I'm going to see if there's anything overall that I'm picking up before I move on to the Oracle. Nat, again. You've been lacking some energy within yourself due to all of this holding on to things from your past, is what I'm picking up, or things that aren't good for you. And as God's bringing you the way to see how you can release this, you'll be able to right yourself, give yourself that justice that you deserve, and to reconnect and come into alignment with yourself, so that way you can come into complete alignment spiritually. Because you feel disconnected somehow spiritually due to holding on I'm picking up grudge. So someone might be holding on to a grudge, and that can manifest things you don't want, obviously, and manifest energetically, keeping you from being able to move forward and only doing yourself an injustice. So by releasing that and working through it will help right yourself, so you can manifest more of what you do want rather than what you don't want. So you have more of the good rather than the negative. Let's see. And by doing this, you'll be able to victoriously move out of this depletion that you have within you, that's in your heart, because this is what the heart is manifesting. So your heart is feeling depleted due to you holding on to this grudge or this feeling from where you've been hurt. So it might even be, for some of you, holding on to some form of resentment towards someone or something in your life that caused you to feel this. And all you're doing is giving yourself an injustice. And if you want to right yourself and bring in this justice back to yourself and back into alignment, you're going to have to release that and let it go. So that way you can have that peace within you. You cannot have peace in your heart and still hold on to grudges or resentment or anything that's negative. It doesn't mean that you're saying that the person, or let's say if it's a person that you're holding on a grudge or resentment towards, you're not saying that they were right. You're just, the forgiveness from your heart space will help you to free yourself. And holding on to that is only going to do yourself an injustice to a point that you are punishing yourself. And it's making you detached spiritually. So release that so you can manifest more of the positive rather than the negative. Because the more you hold on to that, the more you're going to have that negative connection. Like, if you don't want more of what you don't want, you're going to have to release that. You're going to keep manifesting that into your reality, because until you learn how to let that go, those lessons are going to keep repeating itself and keep going and recycle and keep going until you run out of energy like this, and you're not doing yourself any favor. So it's in your own best interest to let it go, make peace with it, and release the energy of that. Perhaps working on your heart chakra is what's best. Work on it on an energy level. Going within, seeking what it is that's holding you there. Asking, what is it that I need to release to free myself of these burdens? So that way I am then giving inner peace back to myself. Because by doing that, you're giving yourself a gift of freedom and peace, inner peace and happiness, in exchange for letting go of that grudge, that resentment, or that pain, that hurt you have inside you. So that way you feel more free. So you're feeling restricted is what I'm feeling. Even though this is not the Eight of Swords, you're not feeling free, because, upright, you feel free. The upright Fool is free. But this being in reverse, you feel mentally restricted. Again, if this is resonating, you might, if you haven't already watched Friday's video from last week, you'll want to check that out, because if you resonate with this, you really benefit from that, because you're going to have to work on that in order to free your mind and of that mental conflict. This is all bringing your heart space into a downfall, and it's depleting you, and you're not feeling free because you're inside your head, unable to escape it. Because with this full upright, that's like escaping a new beginning, but also I'm picking up escaping. But in reverse, you cannot escape your own mind because of what you have going on in your heart, because you're holding on to things that's not good for you. So if you want to free yourself and have that inner peace, you're going to have to work through that and let it go. Let go of the resentment and the grudge. Make peace with it. And if you're having a trouble being able to do so, pray to God and ask Him to help you. He can help free you from this. Because the only one holding yourself prisoner at this time is yourself, inside your own mind. So if you want to free yourself, this is what you're going to have to do. Now, this is all I'm getting from the tarot, so we'll move on to the oracle now. I hope this helped bring some kind of form of clarity for somebody and help you to be able to move forward in a more positive way. So you can have that justice and have that alignment spiritually and get out of trapped inside your mind. Again, it's not 8 of Swords there, but with that reverse full, I'm picking up you're not free. So you're stuck in your own mind, because that's the head of what's being manifested. But that's all I'm getting from the tarot, so we'll move on to the oracle now and see what it has to say. Okay, we're going to start with the Earth Magic Oracle. We have volcano, polarity. Okay. I'm picking up something's going to make you feel, I won't say exactly make you feel like you blow your top, but having to work through these things that's holding you back and keeping you in this grudge or resentment type of mentality is what I'm picking up still. It may make you explosive in temperament or something, so be aware of that. So be sure when you're working on yourself on this that you're alone and away from other people, so that way it does not interfere or react towards someone that does not need to be around that. So try to take solitude during this time, because obviously this is a lot of shadow work that needs to be done, and it can cause you to have moments that could cause you to feel like this volcano. So it would be in yours and other people's best interest to do this in solitude away from other people. And it would be better for you to anyway when you're working on your shadow work anyway. So that's what I'm picking up from that card. Anytime you're working on something like that, that can really happen anyway, because that type of thing can really cause that. I mean, I know that from experience, especially if the person that you're having that issue with is anywhere near you. Especially you not be. For their sake and for your sake, have a sacred place just for you, so you don't have those explosive moments around anybody. It's okay if you need to let it out. Just do it on your own, away from other people. iceberg, submerge. And of course, going deep within your psyche so you can dive deep into your subconscious is really going to help. And really reflect. And really take in. It's not going to be easy, obviously. But nothing worthwhile is ever easy. It's not an easy task to take on. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. And if you feel like you can't do this alone, you can always ask for for someone professionally to help you through this, because not everybody can do these things alone. It's not something that just anybody can. And just because some of those like me that did do these types of things by ourselves doesn't mean everybody can. And a reason why I've come to realize I had to do it alone, so I understand how it feels to go it alone to help more. But not everybody can be able to do that. So don't feel bad if you have to reach out for some kind of therapy or somebody that can help you with psychoanalyzing or any of that. Don't feel shameful for it. If you need to do that, do so, because it depends on your journey and what you've been through. You may need that extra help in helping you. So don't be afraid to reach out to the right people for that. Love, compassion, and to give yourself more compassion and love, and learn to unconditionally love yourself. And with this picking up, I feel like if you haven't already watched that video, watch part 9 of Spiritual Message Wednesday. That will help you get at least an idea of where you need to work on. And at the bottom of the deck we have fire, passion. So in doing so, this will help you find your inner passion again too, or set your heart and soul ablaze in a positive way by working through all of this, and to give you more of an uplifting spirit is what I'm picking up on. Now we're going to move on to the Archangel Oracle. And this one had come in reverse, like the justice is in reverse. Divine order. Archangel Regal. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlining order. And with this being in reverse, I'm picking up, all of this has caused you to not be in alignment with yourself. See, divine order, again, with the what's to come next. With the 2 of Cups in reverse, feeling detached from yourself, because all of this shadow work you're working on is really going to make you feel more flipped upside down. If you've already been feeling that, well, you're just going to feel like you're going to be there that much more, but in the long run you'll benefit from it. It's the only way out of the dark night of the soul is through the dark, and through it until you get to the light and see the light of things. It's not going to be easy. And if you've already been working on this, then you already know it's not going to be easy. But it will be worth it. Courage. Archangel Ariel. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So by submerging, have the courage, is what I'm picking up on, to submerge deep into your psyche and work through those painful issues. And I'm picking up with this Lion. Ask for God to guide you through this, to help give you that courage and that strength, and to help guide you. And that you're much stronger and courageous than you may think. And doing this will also help you obtain much wisdom as well, by working through those, not only from your life experiences, but going inward and working through that, and from the lessons that can be learned from that. Because even though you may not learn in your past, in those moments, the lessons, when you go inward, it gives you a chance to learn from it then, because you have that tapped into your subconscious to tap into, thus having the access to that inner wisdom by working through it, seeing through it, learning through it, processing it, and releasing that burden from yourself and finding that inner peace. Spiritual understanding. Archangel Recieve. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So, in exchange for all of that resentment, that grudge, or what have you that you have been holding on to and working on, you will be rewarded these spiritual understandings and obtain much wisdom. Exchange the pain for wisdom by working through it, bring it through, and allow yourself to have freedom, freeing yourself from these burdens. And at the bottom of the deck, we have compassion again. So we have this coming out twice now. So it's big. This is a big emphasis. Have compassion for yourself. Not just for others, but yourself. Archangel Zodiac, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So, I'm picking up with all this, picking up a grudge or resentment or both, or what have you. Have that compassion. Learn to have compassion for that person or people, as well as yourself in this whole situation. It will help free you. Choose love over hate. Love is a simple word, but means so much. Because love is what's going to free you. Find that inner light, that love for yourself. Because learning to love yourself unconditionally will teach you how to love others in a better way. But it's, in order for you to truly learn how to love, you're going to have to learn how to love yourself truly. So that way you know how to love properly. Because until you learn how to love yourself properly, you're not going to learn how to love in general properly. So I'm picking up, if you're dealing with being able to love yourself due to feeling like you're not good enough, or because of a past situation, or because you didn't get a love from what you needed growing up in some way from someone, one of your parents or somebody close to you, give that to yourself. Nurture yourself. Care for yourself. Build that stability, that structure for yourself. Whatever it is that you're lacking and you're seeking it outwardly, stop doing it outwardly and find it inward. Because everything you seek is not out, is inward. So go in and seek that inner wisdom. And go within your heart and talk to God and ask Him to guide you and tap into that heart space and really reflect within your heart. Out of your mind into your heart. But at the same time, working on your subconscious in your psyche. So that way you can free yourself in the mind and the heart and really see the bigger picture and have this epiphany that's needed. I'm also picking up epiphany. By doing this, you'll have an epiphany, and it will just free yourself, like this volcano's freeing itself. It might not look, that's what I'm interpreting it from as well. Freeing yourself from what's weighing you down. Take the pressure off. This pressure that you have will be released. Then freeing yourself. Now we're going to move on to the Moonology Oracle. Have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. And with this being in reverse, perhaps you've lost faith. Not necessarily altogether, but in things that you once had a passion for, or you dreamed about having, due to holding yourself back. Because as long as you're holding on to that grudge or that resentment or whatever pain is keeping you stuck feeling inside your mind and not being able to free yourself, you're not going to be able to see how to have faith. Okay, now that I'm also picking up something else with that, what you're manifesting with your head, the head of what's being manifested with the Fool in reverse, that's also a card about faith. So if you maybe you've lost faith in yourself and your dreams due to holding on to all of this, and it's thrown you off balance, because with Justice in reverse too means you're not balanced within yourself. Things are not balanced out, and therefore what's to come next with all this, you're going to end up with it being that Two of Cups in reverse. Feeling spiritually detached from yourself because you're not in alignment with yourself. So maybe for some of you, you're needing to work on building a more faith again. Maybe you've lost your faith in whatever way that it means for you. Whether it's faith in yourself, faith in your dream, faith in God, whatever it have you. Or faith that your manifestations are going to come through. Or faith something is going to work out in your favor. You needed to balance that back out and get that faith back and have that courage. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. And by doing all of this, don't be afraid, have the courage to show the world who you truly are. You may feel like they're not going to accept you, but first and foremost, learn to accept yourself first. Then as you accept yourself and step more into your authentic self, the rest will follow suit and other people will accept you too. And even if they don't, what matters is that you accept yourself and that you're happy within yourself and that you love yourself. And don't hold yourself back from showing who you truly are. Take off that mask and show that authentic self. Don't hide behind the curtain and show who you really are, is what I'm picking up on. You may be pleasantly surprised how many people actually accept you more for showing yourself for who you truly are, rather than hiding behind false pretense, or is that the right word I'm looking for? Falsehoods. We'll just say that. I'm picking up too from feeling guided to look at my vision board over here. Maybe you feel like you're constantly turning back the clock, but you can't change your past, but you can make peace with it. Learn to be okay with what the past has, so that way you can move forward and learn to live more in the present moment. And I'm also picking up with youthful. Maybe in your youth, there was something that happened in your youth that you're still needing to free yourself from. Whatever that may be for you. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. So again, this is all about finding that balance again. Balance in the scales. Balance in the equilibrium. I always have trouble with that word. But balance yourself out in a better way. And find that inner peace. Because Libra also represents peace and harmony. And you need to restore that back within yourself. And with this Aquarius here, pour the cup back within yourself. That's what I'm also picking up. Again, with the compassion, love yourself. Pour that cup into yourself. Stop looking for love everywhere else. Stop looking for it wherever, whoever may not have given that to you. And find it within you. Because true love is within yourself. Because until you learn how to love yourself truly for who you authentically are, no one else is going to be able to accept you if you can't even accept you. You have to accept who you are. And it doesn't matter if other people don't agree. It's about being truly who you are, not what you feel others want you to be. Because again, you're doing yourself an injustice by doing so. So free yourself. And at the bottom of the deck, we have meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. So, along with this submerge, have the courage to meditate and go into a deep contemplation and really self-reflect at this time. And allow yourself to be free from the chains that bind you. Set your mind and your heart at ease and peace, by restoring the balance in your mind, body, soul, and spirit. And I'm also picking up emotions. This will also lining up everything to where you're feeling whole and balanced within yourself again. I'm going to see if there's an overall message before I close this reading. I'm picking up about freeing yourself again with this because of this bird. And this is a dove, so peace and harmony. This will bring you much peace and harmony by doing so. Again, with the, I was picking up here. So, if your outside world is feeling chaotic, then more than likely your inner self is also in a form of chaos. So working through that within you will stop projecting that outward. So if you don't want to attract more chaos, work inwardly. And if it's And if you can, get away from whatever that chaos is on the outside. But a lot of times, more times than not, the chaos is starting within you first to manifest it outwardly. So really work on that. We all have to work through that and learn through this. So, I mean, I'm not doing this in a scolding way. I had to learn this just like everyone else. We all have to work through these things. And it all starts with you. Whatever you're wanting to be better, you have to first take that accountability within yourself. And I'm also picking up to this whole, I'm no longer a victim, I'm a survivor, on top of life will only change when you become more committed to your dreams than you are to your comfort zone. So you're going to have to get out of that comfort zone if you want that difference. And don't feel like you're just this victim. You are a survivor for whatever you've been through. You're no longer there. You're not in your past. Your past is your past. Your present is now. Your future isn't here yet. So therefore, see yourself as a survivor, not a victim. Get out of that first. Take that accountability, like see what it is that you on yourself need to work on. Don't worry about what everything else that worked out in this, that, and the other scenario. What is it that you need to work on to fix it? And stop thinking things happen to me. Instead, things happen for me. Because a lot of times things seem like it's working against you when really it's just to help put you in the right place at the right time to set yourself in true alignment. So if things are becoming chaotic, it's for your greater good, to get you out of your comfort zone, to get you to make change within yourself, to have that greater change within your life and around you. And you will be surprised how much better you will feel for it. So don't be afraid to submerge inward. And again, for those of you that feel like you really just can't do it alone, seek that professional help that will help you. That's all I'm getting from the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this brought you clarity and helped guiding you in a way that you need to help you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, God bless.